the Wemby debut. Let's get into some thoughts there. The final line there. The Spurs, again, I was tracking that one, and you're going, damn, they're gonna beat the Mavs. They were up for a lot of the game. That would have been a bad look for the Luka Kyrie Mavs as they try to actually make this thing something substantive in year number 2. But the Mavs win 126-119. Wembanyama winds up only 23 minutes, 15 points, 5 boards.
Foul trouble.
Okay.
A lot of foul trouble.
All right. One block and 5 turnovers, and a plus minus of 0. What'd you guys see there?
He, again, the foul trouble was a big problem. I think the speed of the game a little bit, you do see it. You saw it with Chet, I thought, even in Chicago a little bit, but suddenly the regular season turns on and some of these veterans care more and the crowds are better and it's just moving faster. That Spurs crowd was really good, by the way, it's just good, right? That's been kind of a dormant franchise the last few seasons.
Right.
So I just thought, he looked a little, I don't want to say nervous early, but it was just the game was moving pretty fast. I think that was a problem, but he had a stretch in the fourth that was like, he kind of showed you, what the hype is about. He had like a big fadeaway. He had a pull up 3. He was affecting shots. Like you said, only 1 block, but I was kind of joking at the beginning, but like Derek Lively was really impressive in that game. And he was like an interior presence going back against, Wemby and
16 points, 10 boards, 12th pick overall out of Duke. The Mavs got to be loving that, especially when they gave Kyrie the bag and had somewhat limited ability to build that roster out.
Viewed kind of as a raw prospect that might need G League time and stuff like that, but he was like right away, like lob threat. That was a big thing, right? That's what Luka's needed. That's what they haven't had out of their centers. I mean, they tried with Dwight Powell, or JaVale McGee, they gave the really bad contract to and had to waive. It would probably be the better example, but that was enough to be like, because I think they've desperately needed like a lob threat rim protecting center, and maybe they got one. We'll see.
Yeah, I wonder if this keeps up, how quickly he gets into the starting lineup, because they're starting Derek Jones Jr. right now.
Next Tuesday. I mean, it was. I think soon is the answer.
I was thinking sooner than next Tuesday, maybe.
Yeah.
Like they're starting Derek Jones Jr. right now, who can be a small ball 5 and super athletic and all that, nice rotation player. But if you think Lively is legitimately good right away, you could just throw him there. And if you want to maximize his minutes with Luka, what better way than playing him more with Luka?
Yeah.
All right, dudes, we got so much ground to cover. We're gonna.
Can I make a Spurs point?
Yes. Before we move on, yes.
I think a really cool trend in the NBA is how much bigger the league is getting, and I feel like the next evolution of small ball is starting to really hit us, and it's just big ball, and it's great. Like the league is getting so large again, and you look at that Spurs starting lineup that Pop is rolling with. Like he's like Trey Jones. Yeah, you'll come off the bench. Sohan's going to run the offense now, who's like, a forward. And they just play a ton of forwards. And I feel like you look around the league and we're starting to see like some other young teams that are kind of building around huge guys who can handle, that's going to allow them to play massive, switchy defensive lineups. And this is why I always loved it when Mike D'Antoni would correct anybody who referred to it as small ball and say, no, it's skill ball. We don't care about having small players on the court. We care about having skilled players on the court. Skilled players sometimes happen to be small, but you want skilled players. And you look at like the way Orlando is building its core around Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, that down the line is going to allow them to just play lineups that are massive and have tons of really big defenders on the floor, because Franz and Paolo are going to be able to initiate the offense because they're so skilled offensively. The Spurs are doing it right now, and these teams aren't good yet. It's just the league is going there. And it's really cool and it's fun to watch, and defenses are going to get so good. They really are. And I'm really excited to see where this is headed in like 5-10 years from now, what lineups end up looking like.
The only slight counterpoint to that quick yesterday is like, I thought they were missing a point guard late, like there's some bad offensive possessions. And I'm not saying, look, you can have a big guy who can control an offense, right? Those are some of the best, like the Sean Livingstons of the world. LeBron is probably the greatest example of a large human who can run.
Right.
Point.
Yeah, no, totally. Sean Livingston is the first guy, and then LeBron.
I mean, anyway.
Sean Livingston was. I remember when he first came into the league because I was a
He
Clippers
was a
fan for
fiend.
while.
Hey, listen, and one of the best stories we've come across.
6'7" point guards did not happen
No,
back when
not
he
at all.
came in the league. That was like a huge deal.